She's one of the first 4 women in Idaho to get a pilot's license, but she was also the first woman to be a commercial pilot in the Gem State. And for something she did in 1940, Elaine McCallie was inducted into Idaho's Aviation Hall of Fame back in 1999. She was 81 at the time, and I'm sure there was some thought at the time of, well, we should probably honor this woman while we still can. I mean, she's 81. How could they know Elaine would outlast a lot of people and live another 25 years? We met her for the very first time last year when she turned 105. Sadly, Elaine passed away over the weekend at the age of 106. A woman who filled out a lot of firsts will leave a lasting legacy. How does one fill
nothing much, just
106 years?
Pictures.
Elaine McCallie made the most of hers.
That's me with my friend. We used to fly together quite a bit.
Mostly making her mark, however, in her first 25.
I'd been wanting to fly since I was a child.
As a young girl in Gooding, Elaine took to the skies for the first time in her second year of high school.
It was in an autogyro.
What's that?
Well, it's like an airplane, but with rotor blades on top.
Unconventional and flight lessons would follow Elaine when she got a job in Boise in 1938.
And my first paycheck, I headed for the airport.
$5 of that weekly paycheck would go toward weekend lessons at Boise's Booth Field. Elaine earned her license within a year.
My mother was my first passenger after I got my private pilot's license. So I took off, and after we got up and kind of circled, she says, "Can't we just turn around and land?" She was hanging on.
Elaine wasn't alone in aviation.
I think there were about 6 or 8 of us there, and we kind of had our own little group.
But she would be solo.
Has commercial pilot's license.
In being Idaho's first woman in April 1940 to get a commercial pilot's license. The first one.
That's what they told me, so I don't know. I guess I did.
Flying paying passengers would fill Elaine's weekend until one weekend in December 1941.
Everything changed from then on.
For America and for Elaine, with her days as a pilot about done.
And then I got married, and during the war, my husband was an instructor pilot then for the Army Air Corps, and we wound up in Missouri.
Elaine wound up flying her last plane shortly before she turned 30. Do you regret that?
Oh, kinda, yeah.
The next several decades were filled with raising 5 kids and spending time with her grandkids. But her thoughts were filled with the memories of sitting in the pilot seat.
Well, I've had, the desire to do it over all these years. The feeling of freedom and being up there flying around, it's a special feeling. I still dream about it.
Elaine may have had regrets for never piloting another plane, but just because she wasn't the pilot didn't mean Elaine didn't still like to fly. Her friend Skip sent us these pictures when he took Elaine on her birthday flight in 2023. Elaine was the president of the Boise chapter of the Associated Women Pilots, also known as the 99s. She was secretary of the Idaho Pilots Association and helped put on Idaho's first air show in 1940. In 2013, she was presented with the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award from the Federal Aviation Administration. The gym, where Elaine still drove herself up until last month, said they have been blessed with spending 3 days a week for the last 25 years with Elaine. They gave her this pillow when she turned 106. I believe from surface research that I did over the last 24 hours or so, last year we lost 2 Idaho women who were 111 and 108. So that would have made Elaine the oldest as of this weekend. A good friend of Elaine's, Carol, who says she has known Elaine since she was 3 years old and became a second mom to her. She said, well, this weekend, Elaine earned her second set of wings. She will be missed by family and friends.